Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining and listening to the very first episode of Nighthawks. I'm Francisco Arcinos, along my friends Alfonso Fernandez and, well, Elias Montoya Javier would be here, but a little miscommunication at work.
Works
So
at
he's
the
not here.
airport.
Yeah, he
He's
works at the
flying
airport.
everywhere.
Loser, he didn't show up. No, I'm just kidding. So other than that, Alfonso, how you feeling today?
No, I'm feeling pretty good. Stayed up all night playing video games. It is what it is. A little bit of Cold War, a
So, yeah,
little bit of UFC.
so now this is kind of funny because I forgot to hit record on the first one, so we're just repeating everything we just said earlier.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's true. It's true. So, speaking of the past, uh, how would you say that our past has been like together?
Known each other since we were honestly babies. Lived in the same complex all our 18, 19
Real.
years of living. Gone to the same middle
Llorando.
school, elementary school, high school, now
Mhm.
college.
So we'll just start. We'll start all the way back at the beginning, since we're gonna be talking about ourselves.
Since we're on that
for a little
topic
bit.
right now, yeah.
Yeah. So how would you say elementary school was like for you at least?
Oh my god, I miss it.
For
Oh my god, yeah. Even in high school, I was like, man, I wish I was back in elementary school, not having to worry about
well, at least
anything.
then we had like recess, because we didn't.
We need recess, honestly, especially in high school.
In
Even
high
if it's
school?
just like,
Well, we had gym.
but like,
Uh,
if you had a bad teacher, he would always be on your butt. And like,
who did you have?
I had Joseph.
Okay.
I also
I
had
like Joseph. Joseph was pretty cool.
Waylon,
Well,
and I had Miss Black for this early class. It was called
oh, yeah,
oh,
0 hour class.
it was a 0 hour class, which is like before school hours.
I wanted to take a 0 hour class.
I forgot it was called. They had to do something with like swimming, it's for like, cause it was meant for like the swimmers. And we also did like yoga and like meditation, but
Yeah.
everyone just fell asleep.
It was like gym, but before school.
Yeah,
pretty much.
before school, and then you would get 8th hour off. You get to go home early, which was nice, but it sucked because then we'd have practice right after, and then you just stay at school. But I guess you could just do your homework after.
True. Yeah, I wanted to take 0 hour, but my mom was like, "No, no, you can't take that." I was like, "Oh, but why?"
I could have taken you.
I probably her reasoning was for why I shouldn't take a 0 hour. And I'm kind of thinking about it now. I don't think I would have been able to wake up then, because like it's just like even
I
right now
mean-
for college, I guess it's like a little more
Flexible.
flexible. Yeah. I mean, you still have to show up for class on time, ideally.
But I mean, even
Um,
it wasn't even that bad waking up. I mean, obviously, no one wants to wake up at like 5:30 in the
Yeah.
morning, which I woke up at 5:30.
Mhm.
But I mean, after a while, you get so used to it. Even when I finished the 0 hour class, I would still wake up at 5:30, even without an alarm.
Oh yeah, well that's because after a while your body just gets used to it.
Exactly, and I wasn't
So-
even tired after, because I mean, I just take a cold shower in the morning. But even the pool would wake you up.
Yeah, dude, the Prospect Pool, dude, that was cold.
But it had those hot days, those hot water
Yeah, but that's
days.
like one of those like I know, but on like those hot days, it felt like honestly I felt uncomfortable standing in the,
Dude,
or swimming in that water.
Because I
When
feel
it
like
was
someone
warm,
peed in the
dude.
water, bro.
That's what it felt like. I felt like somebody peed in the pool.
Dude, Elk Grove's pool.
Yeah, Elk Grove's
Dude,
pool.
Elk Grove's pool is. I'm sorry if you go to Elk Grove, but your pool is nasty.
Yeah, for always.
Just
No, the only
always.
thing what I didn't like about Elk Grove was
They're like
the-
shallow
the
side.
shallow one. I always felt like I was gonna hit my head. I think I hit my head I think once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it's an all right pool. Put that in quotations. It's an
Yeah.
all right pool.
We'll talk about the other pools later when we involve swimming.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I miss elementary school. You know, those
like-
days where it's like
Who's
winter.
your favorite teacher?
Elementary
Out of
school.
Was that kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, 6 years?
Miss Cruz. She was my third grade teacher. She retired when I was in 5th grade, I think.
Who's
we were
the-
in 5th grade.
Wait, Miss Cruz?
Yeah,
Miss Cross?
Cruz. No,
Cruz?
it probably is Cross.
Then who's? Yeah, because I thought Miss Cruz is still.
She's
Miss
like
Cruz
a
is still there.
Spanish. She's like a Spanish teacher, right, or something like that. Like ELA.
DLA.
I think so. I
Yeah,
think
I
it was
think so.
Cross. But yeah, she retired 5th grade.
Mhm.
We were in 5th grade. Who
No,
knows?
no, then it had to be. No. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't Miss Cross because Miss Cross retired.
Man, I don't even
when
remember her name. I just know it started with the C. But she was the nicest teacher. Really.
No, because in third, I would say about the 6 years, Miss Shakowski, only because I had her twice. And she was pretty cool. I liked her.
Shukowski.
Shakowski, bro.
I miss.
The only reason I liked her was because I felt like she. What's the word I'm trying to look for? It's like
Enthusiastic,
she wanted.
outgoing.
Yeah, she's more like enthusiastic. Feel like she wanted what's the word I'm looking for? Like help out more rather than just. She was
Explain
teaching,
things.
but she would explain more to me. Oh, well, just because I was.
She made sure.
not gonna lie,
She
I
made
was a
sure you
little
got to
slow.
the point.
Yeah, so she kind of helped me get to where I needed to go.
I miss
Out of all of them, I would say Miss Shikowski. I
Miss
would say
Dustin when
Miss
before she
Miss
retired.
Dustin. Oh, do
Old
you remember what was it called? It was like the chicken.
chicken.
Yeah, it was like before each class or before each gym. It was like a warm up. It was like the chicken something. It was like
No,
you would,
man.
you would run, and then you do like jumping jacks.
I don't
You
know.
run again.
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot what it was called. I remember we did the jump for hearts, where it was like the jump
The
ropes.
jump for hearts, yeah. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was kind of a little gordito then. So I didn't do it. But then again, I don't really remember why I didn't do it. Probably 'cause I couldn't
I
jump
was the
rope that well.
champion for doing it backwards.
For backwards.
Yeah, I always won that for some reason. I never do it like the right way. It was always backwards. I always got it. I don't know why. I was just so lucky. And then I won like a prize, but it was just like.
Yeah, wasn't it like if you do what was this like if you do like 100 jumping jacks, you get a certain prize.
200.
Yeah,
And then I think the max was 200, but they always give a prize for like I think it was like every 50 or like
I think
100.
it's funny in elementary school they have you doing like a bunch or no, I don't know. Maybe we did that at Friendship too for middle school. But like they would give out like it was like a flyer. I think it would come out like every like I don't know. It was like after I think it was like after winter break. They would give out like a flyer. And it was
Oh
like,
yeah,
if you
like your score.
Like, if you like raise a certain amount of money, you get like a yo-yo.
Oh yeah, the yeah when we raised money. I forgot what we had to do though, but I remember that.
Yeah, and then field days.
I miss field days.
Field days?
I totally forgot about field days. Those were.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like a nostalgia type thing. I was like the triangle. It was like after a field day, like you'd get like little ice creams. You come to the main door.
Oh yeah, those like freeze pops.
Yeah, and you get before.
Like they're ices.
No, at first it was like polar something. It was like the little polar bear.
Yeah.
On the front. And it was like triangular, so it was like triangle at the top and triangle like this. It was really odd. They always cut it for us. So I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. They cut. The treats they always gave us. They always gave us such a small portion.
Yeah,
I know we were kids, but it's like.
there was a lot of kids at Frost when we went. I felt like there was a lot of kids there. But then I don't know. Maybe it was just me thinking of it then.
I mean, the grade height above us was a lot more kids than us, but they got a lot more nicer stuff. True. I remember they always got like the better like prizes and all that.
I've always noticed that like whenever, for instance, like just right now, like when we graduated Prospect, they like revamp like the entire school. So
every time we leave, yeah. When we left fifth grade, we went to sixth grade. They remodeled.
Yeah, they had on like that new extra wing.
Yeah.
And when we were there, we weren't even allowed to go in there because they were still building it.
Yeah, they were building it.
And when we left middle school, Friendship,
they added like those extra classrooms. They made the classrooms smaller, but they added more classrooms.
They did add those extra classrooms. You're right.
And like the seventh grade hallway.
Before it was like you had to go through
or
one
all of them
to get to the other one. So
I like that though. That was pretty cool because then you see your friends during that, but now you couldn't be able to see them.
I mean, you could because technically it's like.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, we weren't there.
You had to go through.
But it was cool because you just mess around with the teacher. Because like 8th grade when I had Miss Browning for math, I had wing for history, and her class was right next to hers. So I'd always talk to either one teacher after like class or like before and just catch up or whatever. But
I mean, I liked walking through the classroom, especially whenever I was going to Miss Wing. You remember Miss Wing?
Yeah.
Did you have Miss Wing?
Yeah, I had her for 8th grade history. Yeah, best history teacher. Well, I think, in my opinion, best teacher in general. Honestly, I think she.
So for the listeners, I have a sister named Gloria, and I asked her if Miss Wing still works there. She's like, who?
She works there. I don't think she retired.
Yeah, she
or
didn't retire.
Did she? I think she did mention it.
She mentioned that she was going to when we had left, but that was like what?
4 years ago, 5 years ago. Yeah. She probably has retired, honestly.
A long time ago, dude.
Because she's what, 8th grade?
Yeah.
So she wasn't even that. So what? So 5 years she was in 5th grade. So then when we were in freshman, she was in 6th grade, wasn't she?
Gloria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she probably didn't have them though. She's never had her, right?
Yeah, but she's in 8th grade now. Bro, that's crazy, dude. 8th grade already. Can't believe that.
I know.
But yeah, I don't think she retired.
Hopefully not. I would like to see her again.
Yeah. Whenever, so for instance, the girls have conferences yesterday and today, and I didn't go yesterday because I had homework. I'm not gonna go today because, to be honest with you, I really don't want to go. But like the years past, like you'd always see everybody. So like for instance, like Mrs. Wall, Mrs. Wall.
Yeah.
Like her name is Mrs. Joshi now because she got married and stuff.
A lot of people.
And I asked Gloria, I was like, Gloria, do you know who Miss Wall is? And she's like, who's Miss Wall? I was like, wait, how do you not know who Miss Wall is?
Dude, like 5 teachers got married when we left.
Yeah, for real. So
every time we leave a school, something always happens.
I noticed that like that's the same thing that happened to my cousins. Like we were talking about it the other day. They're like, yeah, we left. For instance, they go to Belvedere North. They're like, yeah, dude, they changed a couple stuff. And I noticed it's always they change the school, and the following graduating class is always worse than we are.
Oh my god, these new freshmen. My brother
I
Eric.
Feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just me because I'm getting older.
No, it's a trend.
More of an adult.
Every year that comes in, like these New Year's, they're worse. They get worse and worse.
They just get worse and worse. Except for Marina's, which is my other sister. I feel like her class. So I don't know what her class would be. Is like 20 or something like that.
Is it 2030? Wow.
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess. It's just a long time from now. Cause she's in 6th grade, so it'll be 6th grade. Add 22, 23.
Add 6 more years.
So 28.
Damn.
27, 28. Dude, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a long time. It's only like, what, 6 years from now?
6 years is 6 years though.
True. Well, just think about it, dude. It's been 5 years since we graduated from friendship.
As bad as friendship was, I think it was better than high school, honestly. At least some years.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like 8th grade was a
Except
blast.
for the fact that I was a little more gordito than I was.
We both were.
True.
Swimming helped us out a lot, and especially polo.
Helped us out a lot. So going off of swimming, we'll just go into high school. So how would you say your 4 years at Prospect High School were?
Freshman year was a blast. Sophomore year was alright. Junior year was a pain in the ass. Just because of SATs and not. But we took our SATs senior year because of COVID.
Yeah, because of COVID.
I mean, I try to make senior year as best as I could. As much as I could.
I noticed it was like, obviously, you know my mom, so she was like, you have to get A's and B's, no C's.
My mom, too. We both know our moms. Oh, my God. Them with their A's and B's. No C's at all.
Yeah, no C's.
We got a C, we got our butts whooped.
So there was one thing that surprised me the other day. So I was talking to Maria Inez, and I was like,
she's lenient with them, right? Your mom's lenient with your sisters about grades. Same thing with my brother. That one time we were talking about when we took our dogs out.
I mean, I would say that she's probably gonna listen to this. She'd be like, "No, I'm not."
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all right.
I mean, either way. But yeah, dude, she is super. I mean, I shouldn't say super, because she's super. No. Well, maybe your mom with Jimmy, but my mom, like, what's the word I'm looking for? She's not lenient.
She's less strict.
She's just less strict. So it's like, rather than strict with like a capital S, she's now strict with like
a lowercase s.
Because like she's still on top of them. Like she comes home.
Oh no, yeah, of course, yeah.
But it's like I feel like they get away with more.
It's always the younger siblings.
Yeah,
I've seen that in all my family.
Especially Mariana's.
I could see that though,
because she gets away with a lot.
She's the baby still.
Yeah, true.
That's understandable.
Yo, they all got.
But she's smart. She's very smart.
She's very smart, except in math. She's a very
every other class.
Yeah, she's really good at. Obviously, everybody should be passing gym. That's another story I gotta tell you.
Jimmy was failing gym. But I'll get into that in a bit.
We'll get into that later. When we get into the funny moments for this. Well, obviously, we'll just do funny moments in general. Also, going back to what I was really talking about. So Mariana's is not that strong in math, and I try to help her out as when she does have questions, because sometimes she does get it. Yeah. But sometimes it just takes her a little longer, and I help her out. And I'm not gonna lie, I do get a little mad just because it's like, like, come on.
Now you know how our parents felt when we would struggle with math.
Well, my mom was just straight up with me. She's like, I can only help you up to like a certain point.
No, yeah.
Like, and after that point, it's kind of.
It's all to you.
Now we have a tutor, and she comes over when she can. Not when she can, but it's more like 2 times a week. Just like help us out. Except if she's got. Oh, wait, that's another story for another time. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, she always said, obviously A's and B's, you have to get them.
Yeah.
C's can't, no allowed. And then she always told me, I don't know if your mom told you this, that D is a failing grade. Did she tell you that or not?
Everyone says. I feel like every person I know always said their mother said D is a failing grade, even though technically it's still a passing grade.
It's still a passing grade.
But obviously it looks bad, so I understand that.
When was it? I think it was, I'm going to say sophomore or junior year. This kid named Adrian Lucero Garcia. He's a really cool kid, but he had like the nicest of a mustache. I mean, either way, I liked his mustache. The mustache was actually really cool. It was like super thick. It was like really thick.
As a sophomore?
Either sophomore or junior, but either way, his what's called was like really thick. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I noticed that D was not a failing grade because he told going into I had Mr. McDermott for ELA, English.
Yeah.
And he's out of all my teachers in high school, he's like my favorite.
Okay.
But he told me, he was like, yeah, I have a D in the class right now. Or no, he said he was failing the class. I was like, ooh. Like,
that's rough.
You got to bring that up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's like a bunch of problems. You got to go to summer school. Stuff like that. And I never went. I went to summer school a couple times in middle school. That was
really?
For orchestra. Yeah, it was for orchestra.
Oh, for orchestra. Okay, that makes sense.
Which I hated with a capital H. H-A-T-E.
Why did you do orchestra?
Why?
Was it just something you wanted to try, or your mom forced you?
Okay, so 5th grade when they had come in, I was like, ooh, I really like playing I play the viola. So I was like, ooh, yeah. I really like it. It's pretty cool. So in 6th grade, I was like, all right, I'll just take the class. Took it. I had her name was Mrs. Keys.
Miss Keys.
She was really cool. Everybody thought that she was on something. She wasn't. She was just a very hyper person.
She was like an old lady at the time, right? Because you had someone else come in 8th, 7th grade.
Yeah. Well, that's because by the end of like 7th grade,
right?
she left.
Yeah.
Because she went to Holmes.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, I heard about that.
Her name was Mrs. Lee.
Oh, Lee. There you go.
Lee.
Okay.
She came in 8th grade, and she was very. I wouldn't say lenient, but she was a little less upfront because she was a very good orchestra teacher.
Because she knew what she was doing. She's done it for so many years.
She's done it for who knows how long she was teaching. But Mrs. Lee, I felt like she was a little more lenient. She was pretty cool.
Mhm. But yeah, so you tried it 5th grade.
Oh yeah, so I tried it 5th grade, liked it. Took 6th grade. I was kind of about it. Like it was, so if it was like a 10, I kind of dropped down to like an 8.
Mhm.
And then 7th grade, I was like, there was nobody played the viola. Everybody played either the cello or the violin. One girl played the bass, which is like the super big.
No, the big one, yeah.
I was like, okay, either way. No, one girl played the piano. I was kind of confused. But she was a really good violinist, which was like really weird because she could play the piano and the violin like really well. Either way. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I took it 7th grade. I was kind of dropped down to like a 6, and I noticed that it was me and this one other kid. His name was Jesus Cisneros, I think it was.
Cisneros.
He went to Elk Grove. Either way.
I didn't know he was in orchestra.
You remember him?
Oh yeah. I remember him. I didn't know he took orchestra though.
So he left going into 8th grade. So and I told my mom, I was like, I do not want to do orchestra anymore. I just don't like it. This is not my thing.
Yeah.
I know, so this is just not my thing. And she's like, no, you need to take it. She's like, if you pass the class, I'll take you out. She's like, but you have to have an A. I got a B, 7th grade. It's like, oh. Dang. So now I'm stuck taking 8th grade. Oh yeah, you remember
you told me about that. You were so upset. At the end of the year, you were so mad, saying, dang, I got to take orchestra again.
Like, I mean, it was an easy class, but I sucked at it. So it was no fun. I never practiced just because I strongly disliked the class. So he leaves me. I'm the only violist on the first day.
So that's a lot of pressure on you then, especially for like concerts. Yeah.
It's just me. So I was like, okay. I tell Mrs. Lee, I'm like, listen, I know, I'm not good at this. Can you at least throughout the entire year just don't give me a solo piece? Final concert of the year.
No way.
She gives me a solo piece. Either way, I was like, so either way, I do it. So the final concert shows up. I do it. I was like, oh my god. Either way, I was stressing out the entire week leading up to that concert. I was like, oh my god. I practiced. That was like the 1 week I actually practiced like I should have.
Yeah.
And then either way, the last day came. Did the concert. Did my solo part. Took a picture with Miss Lee because it was my last time. My parents said I did a really good job. I know I didn't. So, but they were just saying it to make me feel better.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I strongly dislike. Also, Mariana's. Oh, so going back to what I was originally speaking of, after we went on this little tangent.
Oh yeah, that's right. About her and her math problems.
Yeah. So Mariana's is not strong at math. We all know that. She knows that. She avoids it. My mom calls me. She's like my little twin. And quite frankly, I believe that we are, just because like we have like the same. Either way.
Same problems. With math.
But like I'm strong at math. I suck at reading. She's good at reading. I suck at math. Or no, she's good at reading. She sucks at math.
Okay.
Gloria. Yeah, she's Gloria.
That's just her. Yeah.
She works hard. Either way, she's another story that I need to talk about. Either way, Um, what was I talking about? Oh, so Mariana's, she's really good at math. What was I talking about? Oh, Mariana's is not that strong in math.
Mm. You got that tutor coming in.
Yeah, the tutor's coming in. She helps us out. I help Mariana's out. But since she's not that strong in math, her grade wasn't that well. And I forgot who she has right now. I think it's Miss Joshi, because it's like, so 6th grade's like the combined. So like you have 2 teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she has it for math and social. I have a photo of like what
Her
classes
schedule.
Yeah, her schedule. But she's not that strong in math.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like the word I'm trying to think of right now. I have like a block. I have like a mental block.
That's fine.
So either way, Mariana's not good at math.
Yeah.
Repeat it for like the 7th time. All right, so let's go on to high school. So high school was a lot. I know we already started talking about it, and then we kind of went off on a tangent.
Yeah.
But once again, how did you like high school? I mean, I liked it.
Overall, it was really fun. I mean, we didn't get the full experience because of COVID and all that, but like I said before, I made the best I could out of it, especially junior year. I mean, even though we were mostly online, just coming back for polo in the spring was really helpful. I mean, it's because it took a lot of stress out. Because instead of just not being home and like at least doing some sports or whatever.
Yeah, my mom, she was like, what was it? She was like, I had to do swim, which I didn't do freshman year. I took track, which Coach Renault, excellent coach.
I love Renault. Best hit is one of the
as a track coach, he's very serious as a track coach. Like
that's what I've heard. I've had a bunch of friends in track.
He's a state champ.
That's right.
So he's very serious about that. And one guy who came through was David Canziera. He went to the Olympics for the U.S.
Okay.
Yo, I was super ecstatic. Obviously, everybody in my prospect on tonight's running medals, whatever, like our surrounding
schools,
areas, towns. Obviously, they were all going for him. He did. I mean, I think what did he do in the? He just went to this past Olympics in Tokyo. What he got, he did really good. But he's a very serious coach, and yeah, so he's very serious about the track program. Obviously, a lot of really good track athletes have come through. But I know it's for me. It just wasn't my thing. I just wasn't fast enough. I was still a little gordito, so I wasn't that quick.
Yeah.
I nicknamed myself Hawaii because like you have the main pack of everybody, and then there's me.
And just a little group.
I'm a part of the group. I'm a part of the United States, which is the group.
Yeah.
I'm like a little farther off.
Like, the gorditos.
Yeah. Well, no, it was just me.
Oh, just you?
Yeah, I mean, and I knew I wasn't that quick. I really tried hard to kind of improve.
Yeah.
But I just noticed that after freshman year, I was like, yeah, this just isn't my thing.
Yeah, no, you always came home so tired. You're like, dude, I don't want to do this no more. My parents were forcing me.
No. I mean, it wasn't. No, they didn't even force me to do track. They wanted me to do swim. And I had chose to do track. I was like, ooh, yeah, I might like track. Like, I really just did not want to swim. And I know from like elementary and stuff like that, I was an all right runner. So I was like, ooh, I could just do sprints. And that'll help out for soccer. I also did
doing soccer, yeah.
Which then I got cut sophomore year, and that kind of ended my soccer career. Either way, yeah. So track really wasn't my thing, and then I joined swim.
Yeah, because I got you to join swim
finally.
finally.
Join swim. And my mom was like, "Yeah, do swim." So I did swim. How did you like swim? I loved it.
It's a pain, dude. At first, it's always a pain, because like you're not used. I mean, everyone knows how to swim. Well, not everyone, but a good majority knows how to swim. But it's just the fact of you just keep swimming for an hour and a half, even 2 sometimes.
An hour and a half, because I think that's how long practices were.
And it's like you just get used to it after a while. But it takes you like, at least for me, it took me a whole month my freshman year to like get used to it. I just keep swimming without stopping. Because then when it comes to the meets, you just give it your all. But I feel like I got more tired in practice than in actual meets, even though you're supposed to give it your all there.
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Lopez, he was pretty, and Cassidy, they were both kind of a little tough with their what's it called, like their lineups for practice.
Yeah.
I mean, they're alright. It was just a lot of.
But it's like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean,
because in the moment you're like, damn, bro, like
that was a lot.
It's a pain. Like they're always on our butts and whatever, and they just want us to keep going.
I didn't like them being on us like that. I looked
that edge helps.
I appreciated it.
And then
it was like, if it wasn't for them, I would have just been standing there.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you just realize that like they're just doing it for like the better good and just to get us to do the best.
And then, yeah, either way, they're excellent coaches. I mean, I wouldn't ask for any other ones. Even Zimmer was a really good coach. I felt he was the one that helped me learn how to dive, dude.
Diving was such a pain.
I didn't learn how to dive until junior year, dude.
junior, I didn't learn how to dive till like the end of freshman year. See, all I did was just belly flop.
Yeah, so did I. After, what sucked is that after a while I got used to it.
It's always the end of the season. You get used to it.
No, that's what sucked. It didn't hurt me as much. Like to notice that I was like, okay, yeah, I'm belly flopping so much where my stomach it just doesn't hurt anymore. Like I don't know, blown the nerve endings on my stomach to where it just doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
But junior year, I went to junior year. I was like, all right, I got 2 seasons left. I go, this is the one thing. She goes, Cassie's always told me I'm a really good swimmer. Really good, quotation marks.
No, you were good. It's because diving and flip turns are such a big part of it. Yeah. As much as like it doesn't seem like it is, it just helps you in the overall.
Well, yeah, because even like Lopez said, like reiterated, it's like those are the main 2 portions that you need. Even Zimmer said it. He's like, you need to know how to dive, and you need to know how to do a really good flip turn. And so, at the beginning, it was that I was not very good. I wasn't that quick. I feel like she said I was a good swimmer. My strokes were all right. And that's where I spent the majority of my time. It was like when they call us up, it's like, all right, no, practice diving. I would never get up. Obviously, I don't know if you noticed that, but I never went up. I wasn't like, obviously I had to do it. Hurt. I would thank Cassie a lot because she tried to help me throughout the way, just like practicing different ways of diving in. Obviously, at one point it was like put both of your feet up on the front of the block.
Yeah, in front of the block.
Go off like that. I was like, I felt like a frog. But it worked, and it worked for a while.
Yeah.
And then obviously Zimmer came in junior year, and I was like, all right, I gotta do this. And I went up to Cassie. I was like, hey, can I just like for the next like 2 days just practice just straight up diving.
That's what I did, but for like flip turns, because I felt like flip turns was a lot harder to do. Because I mean, you could flip turn, but it's not good. And like once you start getting to learn how to do flip turns, it shows a big difference in like your times and all that.
Yeah, obviously those are the 2 portions that Lopez, Cassidy, Zimmer, they were all kind of reiterating to all of us was flip turns, dives.
Yeah.
So going back to what I was talking about, Zimmer really helped me out, learning how to dive. He practically went back to the basics, like sitting down, just diving in like that. And I was like, all right, whatever he says I'm going to do, because I need to learn how to dive because that's the one portion. Like I was decently good at flip turns, but I noticed that just diving was my main just downfall.
The one you had to work on the most, yeah.
And I noticed, and then so he taught me how to dive. Really appreciative of him. I feel like without him, I think I would have quit. I would have never come back senior year.
Nah, you probably would have. I would have forced you.
Probably. My mom probably would have forced me too.
Exactly. But once you learn dives, it's so much fun.
It is. Cause he's like, especially for me, like I almost started crying because I was like, oh my god, I finally got it. Like my stomach didn't hurt. I did slap my legs, like my thighs. That's because I have big thighs either way.
But like legs is one thing. I mean, I still hit my legs when I dive in sometimes, but it's like as long as you got the form right, the legs don't really matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't.
My upper body didn't hurt. Like I was alright with my legs. So I mean, our legs.
And they slapped, but at least you weren't belly flopping.
Exactly. My stomach didn't hurt anymore.
Our stomachs were so red after every event.
Well, you learned it. Obviously, you learned it after.
Well, my freshman year. Okay, yeah, but like even my freshman year, I was always.
For me, it was my sophomore
and junior.
And part of my junior.
First like
and I think
half of junior.
Oh, so wait, no. Then I'm off. Because then I'd learned it senior year then with Zimmer.
Oh, yeah, because I think he joined junior year. He was part of it junior. He came sometimes for junior because his son was in it freshman year. Our junior year. So he was just part of it because they found out he was part of like a swimming club. And that's why they decided to join. Like
core?
Yeah. No, that was before that. He was like in one of those park district teams. He was one of the coaches for them. And then they found out about it. Who knows? I don't really pay attention to those, and then they found out, and that's why they decided to put him like as a coach on the team.
Bro, I can't believe he coaches at Hershey.
Yeah, I found out. I saw him one of the meets, and I was like, he has a Hershey shirt. I'm like, dang, can't believe he switched up on us.
Yeah, so because he went to Hershey, then their freshman sophomore coach, came to Prospect.
Really?
So they swithed. Do you remember
for girls?
Do you remember the Hershey coach?
I know the Hershey coach, but he was for
the guy, for the guys and the girls. Well, he was the guys and girls coach, but he had like the glasses. He came to the Prospect team.
I didn't know that. I didn't see him.
I saw him. When was it? Wasn't the senior night meet?
The one before?
There was one before. Oh no, because I was doing a broadcast for night TV, and it was one of the girls' meets. I think it was the.
He's probably just the girls' coach then.
Yeah,
I don't think he's the guys.
That's what it was. Yeah, he was the girls' coach. Yeah, because I didn't see him at the
guys, because I feel like I would see him if I saw him. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I like swim. I feel like I learned a lot.
We both lost so much weight from that.
We did lose a lot of weight. Well, like I lost a lot. It was more like I grew. I also kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to like my, like everyone was telling me, like my shoulders got broader.
No, yeah.
I was like I didn't feel. I don't know. Maybe it was just me, just because I see myself on a day-to-day basis. I didn't see myself slimming out. So my mom would be like, "Oh, wow, you really slimmed down." My dad would say it. My mom would say it. My tutor would say it. My aunts.
You don't notice it yourself.
I don't.
That's what I've noticed, because I didn't notice it myself either. But it's like after I look like at like past pictures, like before swimming, like freshman year, I'm like, okay, now I see it. But it's not a big difference though.
No, it isn't.
Polo's what really.
Yeah, polo, which we'll get into right now. How did you like polo? I see you had it it was all 4 seasons, right?
I would have never. I want to give a thanks to. I don't know if you remember Caleb Kaczynski.
Yeah. Oh,
he was the one.
His nickname? It was like
Cozy.
Okay.
He was the one that got me into polo, because if it wasn't for him, I would have done volleyball instead.
Volleyball?
Because I wanted to do swimming just because I like swimming. I never thought it was gonna be challenging, but I just liked it just because I like swimming.
Yeah, you really, really like.
And it was such a surprise.
Record. That's how good you are.
Yeah, because it wasn't for him, I would have done volleyball. But he was like, "Dude, you do swimming?" Because he was only like one of the few upperclassmen, even though he was only a sophomore. Yeah. Or like 1 year like higher than us. He was the only one I really talked to.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You should just do like water polo and like just check it out and whatever." Because I was ready for like volleyball tryouts.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then he was like, "Dude, you might as well just try it out, because you're an aquatic kid already. You're doing swimming. Polo's just the same thing, but you're just like playing soccer in the water."
Yeah, in the water. Yeah, that's what it is. It's essentially what it is. It's
exactly.
Your hands more than.
And then instead of your feet, even though you could use your feet, but
you can use your feet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean.
But your feet are like all the way under the water. It's like.
Well, I mean, you could pass the ball to yourself with your feet. I've done that in a couple of games. You could pass it to yourself to your feet. You could even kick the.
Like this?
Yeah, you could even kick the. You could even kick the ball to the goal. Really? I mean, it's hard to do that. It's legal, but I didn't know that. It's considered. Yeah, you could do that. Heck? It's just. I mean, you just use your hands, because you're supposed to use your legs to like tread. Yeah. Okay. But like I was saying, yeah, he was.
I wasn't really that good at treading.
But yeah, no, treading was a pain. But yeah, for him, I would have never done polo.
No, if it wasn't for you, I would have never done polo. Because what would I be doing? Let me see. So fall, I would have been doing soccer. Obviously, I didn't make it for, sophomore year, so I kind of quit. I did swimming winter. But what was I doing in the spring?
Spring, you were doing
nothing. I wasn't doing anything originally before I joined polo.
You weren't doing a sport? I thought you were.
No, I wasn't. No, I'm trying to think of what sports go on during the spring.
I was
doing frisbee.
Oh yeah, because there was like ultimate frisbee at the time. Yeah.
It was Bobby,
Walter, Darshan.
No,
Kevin?
Walter didn't show. It was Bobby, Darshan.
Was Kevin doing it?
Kevin, no, because he was too cool for us. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he did something else. It was always like a bunch of other people. Those was like
a bunch of Birch people, right?
It would always be like 2 small teams joining together to make just a big.
Because it was just Birch guys at the point, right? It was essentially that.
No, it was just me, Bobby Darsh, from Birch. Who else?
Well, you would know. I wouldn't know, but.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, frisbee was alright. I mean, I liked it. I know we got pretty good at it. We'd always lose, but.
But as long as it was fun.
It was always we'd always beat the all girls team. Just because we were a little bit of mix, so there's like girls and guys. I noticed I got very serious about that. Like it was like crazy how competitive I got. Like I was getting mad. I was like, oh my.
You get really competitive in frisbee. Like I remember when we were kids, when we would play frisbee with the whole Birch group. We either play frisbee or soccer.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I remember all middle school. I never came out that much.
I didn't come out in middle school either.
And I think that's why I like for some of them I just don't talk to anymore. For instance, like Adam.
But no one even talks to each other anymore.
True. Like Mikolai, remember Mikolai?
Yeah.
He obviously
he's a senior now, I think.
He's a bro.
I know that's crazy. Adam and Nikolai are seniors.
Yeah, they're seniors. Also, yeah, so they're both seniors.
Watermelon Head's a sophomore. His brother's, I think, like an 8th grader.
Who?
Watermelon's brother.
Watermelons.
Big head.
Watermelon. Okay. So yeah, but yeah, dude, that's like crazy to comprehend how like it felt like yesterday we were like in high school, and now we're obviously this hasn't even been a year yet. We graduated like May something, right?
It still feels like a long time though.
Yeah, it still feels like a long time ago. It's crazy to think how like even our siblings like they're
Jimmy, my brother is a sophomore.
Yeah, Jimmy's a sophomore. Gloria's gonna be a freshman.
She's gonna be a freshman.
She doesn't like when we ever talk about whenever like I'll be like, Gloria, you're gonna be a freshman next year. She's like, stop.
But it's gonna be nice because then Maria and Gloria are gonna be at least 1 year in high school together.
2.
Or
Wait,
2. Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
Because she's in 6th, right?
8th, sophomore. Yeah, because it'll be freshman, junior, sophomore, senior.
There you go.
And then Gloria, get out of there.
It was fun having Jimmy with me in high school.
No, Jimmy he's just an all around cool dude. So going back to water polo.
Oh yes. Yeah. So So I went to 2 open swims. I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, treading was obviously a big component to it. But after a while, I think it was after like a whole week of just practicing, I got the hang of it. And that's when I found out I had a strong arm.
Yeah. You had a really strong arm. It's like, I don't even know how to.
It was just such a surprise because I never thought I'd be that good at polo. It was just something that it just came to me.
True. Obviously, you just did it from there.
Because I think my first game I scored like 6 goals.
Yeah.
Cause I kept track of it on my phone. I don't have it anymore, but I scored like 6 goals my first game. And then I don't know, like I think freshman year I averaged like 8 goals a game. Sophomore like 10, 11 goals a game. No, like 9 or 10 goals a game.
I remember you telling me cause I joined junior year.
Yeah.
Because you had convinced me to, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And plus, I at that point I was just kind of like, all right, I'm so gordito. I'm still a little gordito. I feel like if I do more swim, I'll lose more calories, and I don't know if
more
I did
fat and all that.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think I was just eating bad. That's why I never really noticed. What was I just talking about?
You joining junior year.
Yeah, so I joined polo. I remember you telling me you're like, yeah, like I'm really like you're like really good. You're what was that? It was like whole, right?
You?
What did you play? No, what did you play?
Whole set, which is like striker in soccer or like.
Yeah, you're nearest to the goal.
Yeah, nearest to the goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So I joined junior year, and I remember it vividly because I remember. I don't remember if. Cause did we have our driver license then?
Yeah.
So I think
you did.
I think you drove me.
I had a permit at the time.
Permit?
Yeah. You would drive.
I would drive. Oh yeah, because I had my
you had your license before I did.
So I remember going there. I remember it was super late. I think it was like a 6 o'clock. What's it called? It was the first year Esposito was coaching.
Okay.
And Gabe.
Yeah.
Gabe. So it was the first time I'd gone. I remember it was super late. And he was like, all right, put in your information. I remember you guys made fun of me because my dad had a Hotmail at Hotmail.
Yeah.
And so we was like, and Esposito goes, Francisco, your dad has a Hotmail still? I was like, yeah, he does. I never knew that was like weird. I didn't know everybody had already like switched over to Gmail and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you have a Hotmail? I was like, yeah. I was like, what's the problem with that?
What's wrong with that? Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with the Hotmail? I go, email's email. But either way. And I remember, we did our thing, we practiced, or it was an open swim, so we did whatever we did, scrimmage. I noticed I was not good at all for treading, and to this day, if you threw me back in the water, asked me to tread, probably still wouldn't be able to do it. But I remember, and it was like that week, and it was just before COVID started. The following week, we had one practice on Monday, and that was it.
I know. It was just that one practice. And then
no, because then everything went on lockdown. Everybody was freaking out. All the toilet papers were gone from the stores. I think that's very odd. Why did everybody take the toilet paper? Like, out of anything, everybody took toilet paper.
People gotta take Dukes, bro. They're just staying inside eating. That's what everyone was gonna do. Just stay inside eating, watching TV.
Yeah, that's what everybody was told to do. Is just go inside, and just
do your things. Yeah, exactly.
Well, except for my dad, because he worked for the post office, so he still had to go. So junior year, so it was like we played one game against, I think it was Conant.
Yeah, Conant. We got clapped on.
We did? I don't remember.
Or did we win?
I thought we won.
Did we win?
I thought we did. So and that was it.
Yeah,
so that was it for junior year. I was like, that kind of sucks.
Oh, great.
Huh? Yeah, I was like,
all that for just one game.
What I considered it was like a 2-week free trial. It was like a 2-week free trial.
See how you like it.
Yeah, and then I just forgot to renew it. And then, so then everybody got sent on lockdown.
But yeah.
So then we came back senior year, and remember the same people. Everybody was still there except for the people that had graduated.
Mhm. That was our dream team right there.
Yeah, you guys were like telling me that it was like the dream team. How did you get?
Yeah, because it was sophomore year. It was our dream team.
Year?
No, because we didn't have all the freshmen that were sophomores would stay in the JV team, except the ones that we actually needed.
Except for Arthur,
Colin. I don't think Andrew did it.
Sean.
Yeah, Fugi. And then 2 other people. I forgot who else. I think Caden. No, because I think Caden.
Caden showed up our senior year.
No, because he was a freshman our junior year. I think he was in it because I knew him through.
He wasn't there.
Oh, then probably not then. Oh, we had Adam, big boy Adam, the tall
Adam
guy.
Gorski. You talking about Adam Gorski?
No, the big Adams as in swimming. You probably don't remember. Him.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah, he was there. But yeah, I mean it was alright. The team was alright. I knew we weren't gonna do that good that year. It was the senior year because sophomore year we lost 2 games, but just because the refs called bad calls.
Yo, I hate when the refs.
And we only lost by like 1 or 2 goals, so that's why we knew we would go all out senior year. But a bunch of like the juniors,
I feel like a lot of the freshmen and sophomores like really stepped up. Our senior year.
No, yeah, they did. But we didn't have like Andrew or like Ian or like David and like just the fast swimmers we needed.
Which
is like brought our team down a little bit, but we were still decent.
You tried bringing them in.
They wanted to focus on swimming for their senior year.
Mhm. I thought Andrew showed up.
No, he was It was Ian.
Oh, Ian was one.
Ian showed up because David and Andrew were focusing on swimming.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, senior year was like the year that we were supposed to like go all the state and all that, but
you guys,
we couldn't. We would.
Yeah, because then I got cut off by COVID, right?
Mhm. But it was the game against. Because I think we went to like, what was it like? We were qualifying for state. I think that's what it was. Because we lost against another team. I think that's what it was.
What, senior year?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in the play. No, I know we made the playoffs. We had won the East, I believe.
We won the East.
It was us and Hersey.
Yeah.
Hersey had a lot of really good seniors.
We clapped on them.
Yeah, and then we ended up clapping. Or you guys. I was more of a bench player, but I think I did all right.
Every player counts.
Yeah,
everyone did their part.
And I think, for the most part, I think I did mediocre. I mean, I don't think I was terrible.
No one in the team was horrible. It was just no one got a lot. Not all the bench players got a lot of play time because there was all those. Because we had the starting 6 that usually played 3 quarters.
Yeah, so it was you,
me, Adam Gorski, Fugi, Colin, Big Matt, Roman.
Big Matt. That was it. 6.
And then one more.
Oh, there's 7.
And it was.
But that 7th player. Oh, it was Elias.
McGarry.
Oh no, yeah, McGarry. But sometimes I thought Elias.
Ellis would sometimes sub in for
Fugi,
for Fugi, yeah. But no, yeah, and then we had the game against. How was it? Lincoln something.
For the last one?
Yeah.
No, last one was Dutrier.
No, before that, when I broke the record, like it was against like Lincoln something.
Oh, I remember that. I forgot. Yeah, it was like Lincoln. It was like Lincoln Tech or something.
Lincoln Tech or something like that, where I finally broke the record.
Dude, that was.
Because I broke it sophomore year, but they didn't count it because I was in JV. Yeah.
No, I think the funniest part about you breaking that record was that they put you in the.
They took me out.
Put you in the goalie. No. Well, no, not that. I meant like afterwards, after you had already broken the record.
No, they just took me out. They didn't put me in a goalie. They just took me out.
No, not that. I'm talking about like afterwards, like after like you broke the record. That was it for the boards. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the board. They put you in Roman's spot because he broke it for most saves. Remember?
Because he broke it for most saves also.
Yeah. So they put you as most saves, and then
they had it for
Roman
like
as
most goals, and they had it for like 2 months, 3 months, and they finally changed it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I almost started crying when he broke that record, dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Dude, everyone was so hyped.
Yeah.
They took me out because Nora Wagner, a person from the girls team, she's a senior.
Yeah.
They kept her in the game. She got like 12, 13 goals, or like 11 or 12.
I mean, we clapped the hell out of Lincoln Tech, I think.
I should have kept going for it.
You could have.
I should have secured it for a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, the record wasn't broken for like 16, 17 years.
True. But I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know. We have to see how Colin and Gorski do this year. I'm not gonna lie. They were pretty good. I mean, I know both of them were going for your record this year.
Speed's gonna help them out a lot. That's what it is. Because the breakaways is what I usually did, which would made me get the goals and all that.
As of right now, I think if they think about it, we're gonna be, or Prospect is gonna be the strongest team in the East.
Especially for polo.
Because Hershey lost all their guys.
All the teams lost their good guys. Especially for polo. That's what I've noticed, that like all of them are gonna lose their good guys when we left.
Would you say that it's like for sure definite that they're gonna make it this year?
Oh hell yeah!
At least into like the playoffs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I know
they might lose one.
They're gonna dominate the East.
They might lose one game against, what was it? BG or Fremd, because they usually have good players.
Fremd is 2-11, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but they still count that towards our conference, like on our conference games. Yeah, all those schools they still counted towards us.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know why they do that.
Like overall record.
I don't know. They always counted that, but I mean, I guess in our conference, I guess it'd just be BG, because Hershey's not gonna be that good.
Yeah, Hershey's not gonna be.
Meadows has never been that good.
Meadows lost all their guys.
Alcove's never been that good. Wheeling worse. So yeah, I think it'd just be BG.
Yeah. So yeah, BG. Well, I'm trying to think of the other side. Yeah, you said Meadows lost all their guys. I'm trying to think of the West. Oh, Barrington? I think Barrington? It would be Barrington?
That depends. I don't think we played them our senior year, so I wouldn't know how good they were. But
I thought no. We played Barrington.
Oh, now I just don't remember then. But they just had speed.
Yeah, I remember I played, what was that, I don't know if it was like varsity 2 or I think I ended up putting in for like the JV games or something like that. I remember Barrington, we were winning. I remember we were doing really, no. I can't remember. Either way, I remember we were doing really good. Like really good. And for some reason Barrington, they essentially what they did is they just started cherry picking, I think.
Yeah.
They were cherry picking.
That's what it comes to. It's just at the end, and when you have to win, you just cherry pick.
It was because, I remember playing with, it was like Jimmy, Dylan.
Yeah, some of that.
They wouldn't put Fugi in that much just because he played varsity. I think what else? Yeah, I just remember that's all they had was just speed.
Mhm.
And I don't think they would be able to beat us. I feel we have last year. We got Caden, he's pretty quick.
Mhm.
Colin, I feel like he's slimmed out a lot. He slimmed out a lot.
He did. I think Andrew and David are going to do it since they don't have to worry about swim anymore.
True.
So that's why I think it's going to be golden.
Andrew broke the record, right?
No, he was close by like 4 seconds. Everyone was so upset. We all cheered. I remember. I lost my voice.
I feel like since he came in, he was really quick.
It's because they didn't put him in a lot of 500s this season.
Oh, they didn't.
And he just went all out for it because he wanted to try it one more time.
Dang, all 4 seconds. Damn, dude.
Because Tim and him got the same time. Because Tim almost beat one of those meets. He was off by 4 seconds as well, and he doesn't swim 500s.
No, he doesn't. Well, Tim is just an all-around.
But Tim is just
great
Tim.
Swimmer.
He's a shark.
Yeah, he's like he's like a marlin dude.
Yeah.
He just slices and dices through that water.
You give him whatever, and he'll just kill it.
Yeah, he'll just do it. Yeah. So for the most part, I mean, going back to the original topic, yeah, I mean, I like water polo.
Water polo is very fun. I enjoyed it.
Throughout both of the water competitions, I felt like, I don't know, I feel like I was...
Swimming was a lot more competitive than polo, though.
Swimming was a lot more competitive. Well, yeah, because it was more of just like,
speed.
It's just you.
Yeah, it's just you. And
I mean, you have like all your teammates and stuff.
Especially for the relays.
But for the most part, it was really, you do what you got to do. So.
And if you do good when it comes to relays, and then you help your team out a lot.
Exactly. I think, to be honest with you, I was a very slow swimmer, and I wasn't that quick. So for the most part, I was more of just like an outside, like pool deck, I was just kind of more like a deck guy, just kind of bringing in the energy and stuff. I remember when we went to senior night, both of us. Well, you were there because for Jimmy, and then I showed up a little later because my tutor had shown up.
Yeah.
But I remember afterwards, after they had won the East, which was
insane,
bro. I was happy, but also like very mad because we should have won the East the year before.
We should have.
But the problem I'm still convinced to this day, the refs messed us up.
They always rig it.
Yeah, there's no way that, I remember it was us against BG, and they beat us by 2. And with our,
but that shouldn't.
The relay was you, Ryan, somebody else, and me.
Yeah, I think it was like
supposedly
Luke Brown or something.
I jumped early, but for the first, I remember we were in 2 relays. It was 2 relays. Supposedly I jumped. Apparently I false started.
You false started supposedly.
suppose, and to be honest with you, I'm not that fast. I was really nervous, so I don't understand. Maybe it was just either way. It was in the past. And the second one, apparently you dove in too early.
I know. I don't know.
It was like
I dove in.
We were seniors, so we knew what we were doing.
I was just cautious because of the accident of junior year.
What happened junior year?
When I slit my wrist.
Oh.
And I had to get stitches after that BG meet. It was a BG.
It was a BG.
And I broke my personal record.
Yeah,
I broke it by like 5 seconds.
Yeah, and then cut your wrist, and then you ended up fainting.
Yeah, I ended up fainting, and then I went to the hospital after, got some stitches.
And you were fine after that, right?
I was off for like 2 weeks, yeah. And I came in. I was a little bit slower, but I mean, I was still pretty decent at it. But yeah, I mean, I broke my record, so I was happy about that.
I mean, wait, what were your times? You were like low 26, high 26?
Low
like 27?
High 25s.
High 25s, all right. I think it was like low 27s, I think.
Wait, actually? No, I was probably like, no, because the fast time's like 23, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was probably like high 25s then.
Okay, so yeah, I was about low 27s, high 26s.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember beating my personal best the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like every time I beat like one of my times. Cassie was like, "Oh my god, you beat your record! Good job, good job!" And I was like, but I never felt like content. I don't know if you felt that way too. Like whenever you beat your records.
I mean, I was always happy. I mean,
like I was happy, but like I don't know. Maybe it's just the competitiveness in me. I just never felt content. I was like, maybe it's just because like I knew everybody else was so much faster than I was, so it was just like, all right, my time is what like.
That's what always was in my mind in like sophomore, freshman years. Like, I was always worried because everyone's faster than me. But then it comes junior and senior, I'm like, it's your own record. It doesn't really matter. I mean, they've been practicing since they were like babies or whatever. And it's like,
senior year, and I just never, I don't know. I just never felt content. I just never felt like happy with how I did. And Cassidy, I mean, she was a big help, and so was Lopez. I mean, Lopez didn't help out as much just because he was more focused on varsity.
On Layden's 8 and 7. So.
Yeah, he was more focused on 8 and 7, and then sometimes he would come over to 6. And then Zimmer was
from 6, 5, 4, 3.
And Cassidy had 3 through 1. So it was more for me. I think I was in lane 4. So it was more like Zimmer and Cassidy. I was in like that, like mixing lane.
Yeah.
I noticed like the first day. I think it was like junior year. We had shown up, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna do pretty good. I feel like I felt like I totally thought I was gonna be higher up. I think you got put in what was it, like 6?
No.
Were you 5?
Junior year?
Yeah.
No, I was on like 4.
No, you weren't in the same lane that I was.
I wasn't that high up either.
No way.
I wasn't that fast, dude.
I mean, no. I mean, obviously there's a lot of faster people than us, but
no. But I'm saying like I wasn't that fast to be put up in like 6 or 5. I was like in 4 or 3, because I was in like 1 or 2 lanes next to you.
That's what I'm saying. I remember her putting me in 4. I remember
junior
sophomore year. I was in 1.
Okay.
And I was 1 mixing in with 2.
Okay.
Junior year, they put me in. Maybe it was 3 or 4.
I think it was 3 because I was in like 4.
Huh. Oh, well, either way. Yeah, so I was in like that mixing with Zimmer and Cassidy, and obviously Zimmer helped me learn how to dive. And then the first meet, I forgot who it was against. I put in like a really quick time just because I finally knew how to dive. And Cassidy's like, wow, I was really good, great job. You almost beat, you beat your best time, stuff like that. And I don't know why, I just didn't feel happy afterwards. I was like,
like you could have done better or whatever. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just after time.
It's just like competitiveness, or
no, that's what it is. It's the competitiveness and like us, because I felt like that sometimes too. Like I only beat it by 1 second. I'm like, dang, I could have done it by like 2 or 3.
And the funny thing is I don't know if you did this, but like during the race, I don't know, like sometimes I was singing in my head, but I was like really focused. I was like empty. I was kind of like empty-minded.
I just emptied my mind every time. I was so nervous. For some reason, before every meet or like race, I was always so nervous.
Yeah, no, you were telling me. Yeah, I remember.
Like I would always get jitters for some reason.
Well, I think that was everybody. I think everybody, low key. I mean, I think everybody does get the jitters because it's like you don't know how you're gonna do.
But even against like a slow like school too, I still got it. I still got it. But like I never got it for polo. Always swimming. It was just like, dang.
Well, like we were saying, it's more of like a you. It's like it's up to you. I mean, Cassidy and Lopez and Zimmer can only help so much. Then when you're in the water, it's you. Ultimately, I mean, you have your teammates that you're racing up against, to kind of reference what you are.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's more of just straight up just you. You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Come on, man.
Come
I
on,
know,
man.
mama. I know. My mama says I'm always right. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, okay. So you know what? We'll just transition to kind of end it out. We got about 5-6 minutes left.
All right.
We'll just do any funny moments for the week, so I can say my very long story. Or any funny moments in general from like this past month, January.
Not that I can.
Nothing.
Not that I can remember right now.
Bowling.
I mean, yeah, just other than bowling. I mean, not funny moments, but I mean, Sunday I went to celebrate it was my cousin's birthday too, so.
Oh, nice.
We went bowling again. I killed everyone. I got like 100, 100, like 10.
Damn. Well, what did I get? I remember.
You got like 100 and like 5, 110.
Yeah, and I remember I was trying to save the scores and stuff.
But
and then me and Walter and Kevin, we were talking about it. I think it was not this. Was it this Tuesday? No, it's last. No, I think it was this Tuesday. We were all talking about it. I think I beat everybody.
Yeah, you beat everyone.
Somebody by 2. I think it was Kevin.
Kevin, you and Kevin are so competitive when it comes to bowling.
Yeah. Well, no, because I don't know. I was using like a different style of like holding the ball. I don't remember how exactly.
I know, but you and Kevin are always like the best at bowling in our friend group. You guys are always getting the top scores.
No, dude. I don't know.
And then Walter came back.
Yeah, Walter came back. Yeah. Well, Walter, he's more of like a. Like I think he's like more like was it like a dark horse, white horse, dark horse?
I think it's dark horse.
It's like you don't expect him to be there. He's like an underdog.
Yeah, but he comes back out of nowhere.
I remember we had all those at the time. It was Elias, Kevin, Isaac, Walter, and me. And then later on, you joined.
Yeah.
But we had all gone to main event, and we did bowling. Bro, that place is expensive.
I know.
Like very, very expensive. We ended up. I think what was it? I think we like played, and then we went to eat, and then we left. We were playing bowling, and I obviously, like the man that I am, a really good bowler. I was like winning. I was going to like the 7th frame. I was winning.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, it was just like I couldn't hit anything. I was just guttering. I was like, I would knock down a couple pins. I was just like send it like right through the hole where there was no pins. And then Walter ended up coming back, and all I had to do, it was the 10th frame. All I had to do was hit like 2 pins, maximum 2 pins. All I had to hit was 2 pins.
With all the 10 pins?
Huh?
With all the 10 pins?
Yeah, like all the pins there. I was like, all I had to do was hit 2 pins, and I would have won. All I had to do was hit 1, and I would have won.
Yeah.
I guttered both balls. I was like,
God.
And then sure enough, and Walter comes in like he is a smooth criminal, and just butchers, or not butchers, but he just smacks down a bunch of pins. And he ends up and then he ties with me. And to this day, it was like every time we go bowling, it's like, all right, who's gonna win the tie? Who's gonna win the tie? So I don't know if this past week where we beat it at the
Elk Grove
Bowl. If that technically ended
you won, yeah. You won it.
Yeah, because I was gonna win the first game.
But then Kevin got it.
Yeah, Kevin got it because I got
Kevin.
Like 4 balls in a row.
Dude practices everything to golf to bowling.
He is. I don't even know how to describe him, dude.
He's an athlete, but he doesn't practice much. He's good at everything. Soccer, golf,
soccer,
bowling.
Yeah, he was really good at mini golf.
He's probably good at track, honestly.
He's super quick.
Yeah, that's why.
He's quick. I don't know. That dude can probably I don't know. He benches more than I do. He's pretty much just me, but better, you know. So what else we got? Oh yeah. So going back to the funny moment for the week.
Let's hear this glorious story you've been telling me about.
So it was Tuesday. Glory had a game at Lincoln.
Okay.
I like it because she goes Lincoln and Park Ridge because apparently there's multiple Lincolns. So there's one on Prospect, one either way. And it was Tuesday. Usually Tuesday, Thursdays. I go with Kevin and Walter.
Mm-hmm.
We go play basketball at Rick. So I get there, end up losing my card. It turns out it was behind my phone case the entire time, and so I had to get a new one. Yeah. And the other one's sitting in my bag. Also, so Gloria calls me. I'm about to walk into the gym. Gloria calls me. She goes, "Hey, I left my shirt, like her volleyball shirt."
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, fine." I go, "Where are you right now?" And she goes, "Oh, well, we're still here at Friendship." Keep in mind, she says we are still here at Friendship.
Oh my God.
I go home, grab it, go to Friendship. Right, I'm rushing because it's like the open gym was from 2:30 to 4:30.
Mhm.
I was already I think it was
probably like
2:45. I would say it was like 2:45.
Okay.
I was like, okay, and I wait there, and Gloria, since Gloria doesn't have a phone yet, she uses other people's phones.
Oh.
So she's like, all right. And I asked her, I go, can I call back this number and will they pick up? And she goes, yeah, they should. So I call back. First time rings all the way through, like voicemail. I don't like leaving voicemail, so my mom gets super mad at me. She's like, you need to leave voicemails, and I never do. But
so then
So either way, I show up at Friendship. They're not there. I go, hey, where are you? She goes, I told you we're playing at Lincoln. I go, Gloria, you told me you guys are gonna be here at Friendship. And she goes, oh,
Gloria.
I go, oh. So anyway, I drive over to. I go, okay, it can't be that far. 20-minute drive to get to Lincoln. 20 minutes.
In Park, where is it?
Park Ridge.
Park Ridge.
And even either way, so I get there, and by then I'm like, all right, it's already 3:00. If it took me 20 minutes to get, it's gonna take another 20 to get back. And I start to figure out how the hell to get into the school, because it was like I did like 2 laps around the school.
So it took you like another 10 minutes to like.
That took me like another 5. I end up finally figuring out where the hell the door is. I go in, give it to her, and by then I was like, you know what? There's no point. There was only like an hour or so left. The whole thing was like 3:30. There's no point in going. I texted them, just like, hey, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna be able to go. They're like, all right, fine, whatever. So I stay. Keep in mind, Gloria does not like us being at any of her games. But for some reason, she was like, are you staying? I was like, yeah, I'm staying. I go, yeah, I'm just gonna stay. There's no point in going back. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. It's like, all right. She was super happy. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe she does like us here. So it was like the 7th grade game goes by. They get smoked.
Mm-hmm.
No biggie, because Gloria's 8th grader, so she plays for the 8th grade team. And from what she had been telling us, is like her coach isn't really that good, and her team is really good. They had been undefeated. I think they only lost once or twice. I think.
Okay.
No, they lost once. They lost to Algonquin or something like that.
Okay.
So anyway, their game goes by. Gloria never touches the court the entire game. That was one thing I was already ticked off about. Was that she didn't even touch the court. She sat on the bench the entire game. And the coach only subbed in like 2 girls, maybe 2-3 times.
Oh my god.
So I was like, all right. And I was Gloria's friend Madeline. Her mom also came, and I was just talking with her. I was like, man, this coach isn't very vocal. She doesn't really do that much. She's like, yeah, she's a very quiet lady. Okay, whatever. So we ended up. So her game goes by. They end up losing. They should have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
The ref at the end was kind of. And all the parents were mad. Those aren't a lot of parents, but all the parents were mad. So they ended up. So they lost. I was like, all right. And for some reason, they always play 3 games. You know that? You know how in volleyball there's like 3 games, like the first 2.
Yeah.
And they play the 3rd one. They played the 3rd one for some reason. They had lost both games, the first 2 games. But they ended up playing the 3rd one. I was like, okay, they only go up to 15. They only go up to 15.
Yeah, no, that's 15. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, no, whatever. I'll just stay, watch it. Maybe they'll finally put Gloria in. They ended up putting her in. So no, the game's going fine. They're up like 9-0, something like that. I was like, what the heck is going on here? It's like, how the hell did they just lose? But they ended up beating these girls. They ended up beating them like 15-13 or something like that. So they ended up winning. I was like, this should be the primary team. Either way, so Gloria comes up to serve, and she serves twice. So she serves the first time, goes right over. Was like, come on, she's Gloria.
Come on, dude.
I was like, she's just smacking it out of the park. The second one comes up, she messes up, and I don't know what happens, but it's like I was like, all right, Glo, I'm clapping because this is what I do.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Glo, I got something to work on, And like for some reason, she just starts having like a nervous. I don't know what it was. It's like a nervous breakdown.
You made her nervous.
No, well, I don't know what it was. I asked her. I was like, hey, is it because I said something? And she's like, no. Originally, she was like, no, it wasn't you. And this is after the game, and either way. Okay, so she's crying, and I'm like, oh, great. She starts crying. They sub her out. Okay, as a big brother, I have to go over there and make sure she's okay, right?
Yeah.
So Madeline's mom, she goes, okay, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go after the set. Or after like the point had gone through.
No,
I'll run over there real quick and go. So sure enough, the game ends. I'm like, okay, now it's time to go. I start running, and for some reason, the way that at this time, for some reason, when I run or when I started running, I keep my feet very close to the ground. So it's like just above the ground.
Yeah.
And I learned that from track because it's like he's like the best way to do it is like keep your foot close to the track, so you're not like picking it up and bringing it over.
Yeah.
And I clip my foot on the ground. And just now, keep in mind the gym is now empty, so there's nobody there. Or okay. I mean, there's still people there, but it's just quiet because it's like the end of the point. Everybody's done cheering. Yeah. I'm running over, trip, boom,
oof,
hit the ground. It's just like it echoes. And I get look up, and I have like this weird like little hoodie thing, so like comes over my. So it's like a mask type.
Oh,
thing.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. Yeah.
And it falls down, so I can't see anything. So I was like, I really know I gotta go straight. So then I was like, so I get up and I just kind of run over because I'm also postponing the game minus the fact that everybody's now looking at me because I just absolutely just
you ate dirt.
I just ate dirt essentially, and And they're like, your AirPods. And I dropped my AirPod case, so I had to run back. I was like, oh my God. I pick it up, walk over. Gloria's not laughing. And I'm like, no, what happened? But yeah, so that was my funny moment of the week was that. Oh, then this morning, you saw me. I messed up my coffee. I didn't know. It said on the bag, it said to use cold water. You don't use cold water.
You gotta use hot water, man.
Well, hot water?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, my dad always made it with hot water.
That's
I was like,
on
but on the bag, I'll even show it to you when we go home.
Yeah,
on the bag it says use
cold water.
It says use cold filtered water. So like, okay, cold filtered water. I'll just use that. I ended up using it. Wasted a cup.
Left it for your grandma.
Left the cup bad. Alrighty. Well, it's been an hour, Poncho.
Alright.
We see you next week. Again, I'd like to thank everybody.
Hopefully, Elias could come.
Yeah, Elias said that he would come.
Alright.
He said because next week is work schedule. Either way.
Alright, we'll have the Pancho, Poncho, y el Macho.
Pancho, Poncho, y el Macho. Minus el Macho for today because the Macho didn't show up because he's a loser and had work.
He's probably going somewhere. He's probably on a plane somewhere already. He's probably going to like Europe or something.
He probably has like 2 hours away from like going to like Tokyo for free.
Lucky man.
I know, lucky man. Either way, are you gonna work at the airport? Are you thinking of working there?
He hasn't told me information about it yet. I applied for Home Depot, but
name I work at here, International Airport.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, Alfonso, once again, thank you for joining me for this week.
Thank you for
inviting
me.
Thank everybody for coming in and listening. I know it was kind of a little nerve-wracking episode for us, but we got through it. I'd like to thank everybody here. I'd like to thank for helping us out here and figure out everything. Alrighty, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace.